Today, December 8th, 2025, the world of music mourns the passing of a true legend. Rafael Ithier, the founding father, pianist, composer, and guiding soul of El Gran Combo de Puerto Rico, has left us at the remarkable age of 99. But while his body has returned to the earth, his rhythm lives on in every clave beat, every trumpet blast, and every salsa lover who ever danced with joy in their heart. Born in San Juan, Puerto Rico, Rafael Ithier entered a world still healing from economic hardship and social change. Raised in the working-class neighborhood of Rio Piedras, young Rafael's childhood was marked by early loss. He lost his father when he was just 8 years old. With responsibilities falling heavily on young shoulders, music became both his refuge and his rebellion. By the age of 10, he was already strumming a guitar at a local corner store, playing for coins and smiles. At just 14, he left school, not by choice, but necessity, and took on odd jobs to help support his family. Yet even in those early struggles, his passion for sound never dimmed. A year later, at 15, he joined his first musical group, Conjunto Hawaiano. There he taught himself to play the Cuban tres and the double bass. Not long after, he discovered the piano, a turning point that would shape the rest of his life. Remarkably, Ithier was almost entirely self-taught. He couldn't read music at first, but through sheer determination and an ear finely tuned to rhythm, he learned sheet music on his own. In his mid-20s, Ithier answered a different calling. He enlisted in the U.S. Army and was stationed in Korea during a turbulent chapter in global history. It was there that the discipline that would define his career and his character was forged. "I learned to be a man and to obey an order," he would later say. "That discipline is what I apply to my life." After his service, Ithier traveled to New York City, a cultural melting pot buzzing with mambo, jazz, and Afro-Caribbean rhythms. There, he formed a group called the Borinqueneers Mambo Kings, named in honor of the famed 65th Infantry Regiment, the heroic all-Hispanic Puerto Rican unit celebrated for its bravery in World War I, World War II, and the Korean War. But destiny had another home for him. He returned to Puerto Rico and joined Cortijo y su Combo, one of the island's most iconic ensembles. But tragedy struck when the group's legendary singer, Ismael Rivera, was arrested. Disheartened, Ithier nearly quit music altogether. He even considered studying law, a quiet, stable life far from the spotlight. But fate had other plans. Two Cuban brothers, impressed by his talent and work ethic, convinced him to stay in music. And on a warm May night in 1962, at the Rock and Roll Club in Bayamon, Rafael Ithier sat at the piano for the very first performance of a new band, El Gran Combo de Puerto Rico. The rest, as history now tells us, is salsa. For over half a century, Ithier led El Gran Combo with his signature black mustache, quiet smile, and ironclad discipline. He wasn't just a band leader. He was a mentor, a teacher, and a father figure to generations of musicians. The group became so influential, so formative, that it was affectionately dubbed the University of Salsa. Under Ithier's direction, El Gran Combo released more than 40 albums, toured 5 continents, and created timeless hits like Hala Jala, Why No Hago Mas Na, and Un Verano en Nueva York, a song so iconic it inspired Bad Bunny's modern anthem, Nueva York. But beyond the fame, Ithier remained deeply rooted in humility. In a 2016 interview at the age of 90, he confessed he was shy about celebrations. He never sought the spotlight. He let the music speak for him. Off stage, Rafael Ithier was a devoted family man. He was married to his beloved wife, whose name remains private, as the family has chosen to keep certain details of their personal life out of the public eye. Together, they raised 5 children, instilling in them the same values of hard work, integrity, and love for Puerto Rican culture that defined his own life. While details about his income or specific properties are not publicly documented, what's clear is this: Ithier never pursued wealth. His riches were measured in legacy, not dollars. His house was the stage, his fortune, the applause of millions who danced to his rhythms across generations. He lived modestly, often saying that music was his true home. In interviews, he spoke more about harmony and timing than about luxury or real estate. His wealth was cultural, a priceless contribution to Puerto Rican identity and global Latin music. Artists like Charlie Aponte, who sang with El Gran Combo for decades, called Ithier like a father. Aponte once wrote, "He taught us responsibility, discipline, and professionalism. If you wanted to belong to the group, you had to meet those standards. He made us all better human beings." Puerto Rican officials echoed this reverence. Marlesa Cifra, mayor of Ponce, called him a man whose life was dedicated to elevating our identity through the art and rhythm that distinguishes us to the world. Even Puerto Rico's governor, Jennifer Colon, issued a formal statement. His legacy transcends borders and lives on through generations. Thank you so much, Maestro. Rafael Ithier's journey, from a fatherless boy in Rio Piedras to a global salsa maestro, was never about fame. It was about faith. Faith in music, faith in discipline, and faith in Puerto Rico. He proved that you didn't need formal training to change the world, just passion, perseverance, and a heartbeat that matched the clave. Though he is no longer with us in body, his sound echoes in every salsa class, every wedding dance floor, every radio station from San Juan to Santiago to New York. As long as there is rhythm, Rafael Ithier will never truly be gone. Puerto Rico has lost a giant, Mayor Marlesa Cifra. He was like a father to us all. Charlie Aponte. Thank you, Maestro. The world.